Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special edition of RCW. We are here on the 4th of July, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And do we have one patriotic show for you guys here tonight? First of all, we're going to get things started here with a word from one of our superstars, Mr. Jason Edwards. Hello UPWA Universe! Let me be the first one to wish you all a happy 4th of July. Although, I gotta say, I really don't understand why you all want to celebrate living in a country as crappy as this one. You guys got a Florida man doing something stupid at least 3 times a week, your economy's in the toilet, and to top it all off, you've got an orange fool with fake hair for a leader. You guys are really celebrating a country as bad as this? I really don't understand how you can be proud to be Americans like I'm proud of my Canadian heritage. You know, Canada Day was 3 days ago, and no one here was celebrating that. What, are you guys threatened by how greater Canada is than the U.S.? Well, hang on a second. Here comes former UPWA champion Locally Lopez, here to interrupt Jason Edwards' Canadian patriotism and American hate. Hey, cabron. What the hell are you talking about? America's one of the greatest countries on earth. You're just salty they celebrate Cinco de Mayo here, but Canada Day is only recognized by Canada. What do you mean? You only think America's so great because because Mexico's so much worse. You guys got gangs and drugs while I got free healthcare. Then you have America in the middle taking some of the good from my country and some of the bad from yours. Yeah, you guys do have free healthcare. I'll give you that. But I'm such a nice guy, I'm feeling pretty generous on this 4 de Julio. So I'll also give you a chance to use it. You really think so, little man? You think you can hurt me? You couldn't even hurt a cockroach because you're so light. But if you want to go right now, then we can go right now. I'll teach you the definition of chaos theory, and then I'll show you an example of some controlled chaos. Chico, I know I can hurt you. I've defeated bigger men than you without breaking a sweat. Don't forget I have victories over Thomas EMO and Aiden Pierce to my name, not to mention my UPWA championship reigns that add up to over 3 months. And don't you forget that win over Thomas EMO was a triple threat match where Drew Campbell did all the work. And that win over Pierce was after he already fought 3 matches. Plus, both of those guys are XTW superstars who are nowhere near my caliber. Alright then, so where's your championship reigns? Oh wait, that's right, you haven't won a single title yet. You haven't even had a No Contenders match yet, unless you count that Royal Rumble where you came in at number 30 and still lost. Alright, Lopez, I'm done talking. You and I, let's settle this right here. I'll show you and this entire crowd just why Canada is the supreme nation on the North American continent. Come on, let's get a ref out here so I can put this Mexican jumping bean back in his place. Well, it sounds like we're about to get a match between Jason Edwards and Locally Lopez coming up next. Alright, we've got a ref down here. It's time for this match to get underway. Jason Edwards and Locally Lopez starting things off here. Lopez with a front face lock transitions to the arm wringer, takes Edwards down. And oh! Stomping on the elbow, and he saw the way that he had his arm positioned. That is going to do severe damage to the wrist. But Edwards using his arms regardless. But Lopez with a DDT out of the corner. And now Edwards trying to follow up, but Lopez not allowing him to get any momentum here. Here's a kick right to the gut, looking for a punch to the midsection. Edwards with a clothesline takes Lopez down. And here's the thing about this match. Lopez may be agile and may be technical, but it takes about 3 or 4 shots from Lopez to equal 1 from Jason Edwards. Like, that right there is going to do severe damage to Lopez. But if Lopez doing this dragon screw right here, that's not going to do nearly as much damage to Edwards. Although it is going to hurt the leg quite a bit, which can make it more difficult for Edwards to get around the ring. And now Edwards grounding and pounding the former UPWA champion here. Lopez with that counter. And now, what's he looking for here? Wait a second, Lopez has him down. He's got him in a armbar of some sort. He's pulling the arm back. May make Jason Edwards submit here. Except Edwards able to roll through. Back up to his feet now. But Lopez back on the offensive already. Sends him into the corner. And there's the knife edge chop. And now off the rebound. Delivers the drop kick right to the side of the head. And now again going to send him into the corner. Now hold on a second, Lopez setting up for Templo Azteca. And now, looking for the killing blow here, La Profecia Azteca from Locally Lopez. Looking for the pin now, 1, 2, but Edwards with the shoulder up, he's not done. Edwards has a lot left in the tank here. And fighting off Lopez, pushing him away. Lopez going to try to regroup on the apron here. But Edwards already back on the attack. And wait a second now, Edwards on the top rope. We don't normally see him go up there. What's he thinking here? Jason Edwards calling for Lopez to get back up. And now Edwards looking for a clothesline off the top rope. But he was sidestepped by Locally Lopez. And now back on the attack is Jason Edwards. Oh, looking for the clothesline to the back of the head once again. But an elbow to the leg is going to do a lot of damage to a guy like Locally Lopez, who needs his legs, whose legs are make up a large amount of his offense. Referee had a count of 5. These guys are going to have to get back inside the ring soon. And now Lopez sent over by the steps now. Referee had a count of 7. And now Lopez sent back inside the ring. Edwards going to follow. Curious move from Edwards. He's usually the type of guy who will take a count-out victory. But now, the Yokosuka cutter to Lopez. And looking for the pin here. 1, 2. Lopez able to power out. But a lot of damage has been done to the luchador. Trying to fight back once again. Going to send Edwards back into the corner. Could again be thinking about Templo Azteca. But Edwards is not going to allow it to happen. Instead, there's a takedown. And now, working on the arm as well. Going after every limb of Locally Lopez here tonight. But what's Edwards going to do here? Looking to finish him off here. Once again delivers the Yokosuka cutter. And I think that right there might do it for Locally Lopez. Going for the pin here. 1. No, Lopez kicks out at 1 this time. Edwards is in shock. And you hear the crowd going wild here. They want Lopez to win this match. And now, looking for a stomp. Edwards able to evade. But now Lopez working on the legs of Edwards. And La Profecia Azteca. Once again, center of the ring. Shoulders are down. 1, 2, and no! Edwards powers out. The crowd seemingly very upset about that. They do not want to see Edwards win this matchup. They want him to stay down for the count of 3. But Lopez with a flying forearm delivers a second one. And now, oh, Pele kick. Lopez trying to get back into this matchup, but Edwards trying to do the same. Lopez trying to pick himself back up at the corner, but Edwards not going to allow it. Gonna kick him while he's down, proverbially. Going for the pin, but Lopez powers out at the count of 2. And now Edwards setting up. He's got Lopez up. Wait a second. Wait a second. Jason Edwards, oh my God. Controlled chaos onto the ropes. He saw Lopez's neck snapped back a bit there. But he's still kicked out. Neither man is willing to give in this matchup. And Edwards, obviously frustrated here, brutalizing Lopez here while he's got him on the mat. But he's got to keep his emotions in check. Lopez takes advantage of a frustrated Edwards as he now tries to pick himself back up on the apron. And Lopez now trying to knock him off. But Edwards back inside the ring. There's a quick jab. And Lopez with a counter. La Profecia Azteca for the 3rd time in this matchup. And dragging him away from the ropes. Veteran move on Lopez's part. And I think that right there is going to do it for Jason Edwards. Locally, Lopez picks up the win here tonight. And Lopez winning this match for Mexico and for the United States. Jason Edwards, on the other hand, looking pretty disappointed that he was unable to defend Canada's honor in this match. But regardless, the result is what it is. Lopez picks up the win against Jason Edwards here tonight. But now it's time for us to move on to our second match of the evening. Up next, we have Cindy Van Diver and Mandy. In recent weeks, the women of the UPWA have been jockeying for position, trying to climb the ranks, and trying to prove that they deserve to be in the Elimination Chamber that will crown the first ever women's champion. Last night on XTW, we saw Amanda Nightblade knock off Melissa Rude. Tonight, Cindy Van Diver will go up against Mandy. These are two of the newest women in the division, and each of them could very much use this win. So far, Cindy Van Diver has competed in 3 matches. Mandy has competed in 2. Each woman has 2 wins to their names. Van Diver, however, has a loss. You could argue that Van Diver needs this win more than Mandy. But Mandy also needs this win very much. Just imagine if she could remain undefeated until Sandstorm. That would prove that she deserves to be in the Elimination Chamber. Mandy just debuting a couple of weeks ago back at RCW 35. Cindy Van Diver, on the other hand, debuting over a month ago at No Holds Barred. But tonight, these 2 new prospects will go one-on-one. And Van Diver with the drop kick early on. Kick across the chest as well to take Mandy down to the mat. But an arm drag from Mandy to counter her. Gains momentum for herself. And now Van Diver, looking for a handspring. I believe that was going to be a cutter or a stunner. But either way, Mandy was able to evade. And now, wait a second, Bulldog from Van Diver. And speaking of Van Divers, later on in our main event, we heard Brandon Murphy talking about this earlier. There will be a fatal 4th of July way match where the winner will go on to the Elimination Chamber at Sandstorm to compete for the UPWA Championship. One of those participants in that match will be Cindy's brother, Tyler Van Diver. And just imagine if Tyler Van Diver, holder of the Proving Ground contract, first of all, won the match tonight, and second, won in the Elimination Chamber, became UPWA champion while holding the contract. I mean, he could either cash in on the European champion as well and have both championships, or as soon as he loses the UPWA, just immediately cash in and get it back. But wait a second, Mandy, back to this matchup at hand, stomping away at the arm, using one leg to pin the arm and the other one to stomp. And now sending Van Diver into the corner. Mandy, full head of steam, runs right into the ring, into the turnbuckle, as Van Diver now with that neck breaker in the air. Looking for the pin. 1, 2. Mandy gets the shoulder up, however. This matchup will roll on. But there's the uppercut from Mandy, and now sending Van Diver into the corner here. Brutal forearm, takes her down. And now, choking Van Diver with the foot. Looking for a spinning leg lariat, he does not get it. And Van Diver sends her into the corner, and now Van Diver over the top rope, leg drop across the back of the neck. And now, wait a second, sending Mandy into the corner again. This time Mandy fights out and sends Van Diver into the opposite corner. This time connects with the forearm. And now looking for, an alley-oop. And Van Diver going to send Mandy into the corner once more. But Mandy going to counter again, and there's a big boot. That might be it for Van Diver. Looking for the pin here. 1, 2. But Van Diver with the shoulder up. This match is still going on. And now Mandy with the forearm, but Van Diver not amused. Has the headlock applied. Continues to crank the pressure here. May force Mandy to pass out. And if that happens, Van Diver will win. And wait a second, Mandy, elbows right to the gut. And there's a kick to the gut as well. And now Mandy looking for a powerbomb perhaps, but Van Diver too heavy for her. And now Van Diver once again looking for the suplex that sets up for the neckbreaker. She lifted her a bit too high though. Mandy was able to get out of the suplex. And now back on the attack. As Mandy sets up. Again, wait a second. Styles Clash from Mandy, looking for the pin now. 1, 2, and 3. That is going to do it for Van Diver.
is your winner, Mandy.
Mandy scoring a very important win here tonight over Cindy Van Diver. Mandy is still undefeated after her 2 weeks in the UPWA. Her third win here tonight against Cindy Van Diver. And you gotta know that she has been putting on quite the performance. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw her in the Elimination Chamber. But up next, we have The Last Call and Chris Jackson going one-on-one.
Making his way to the ring, from Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 245 pounds, Last Call.
Last time we saw The Last Call was at Breaking Point this past Saturday night, when The Last Call went up against Jay Baker in an exhibition in the pre-show of the event. Last Call would defeat Jay Baker, forcing him to submit with the claw across the face. Well, not even making him submit, forced him to pass out from the pain. And then, of course, after the match, Last Call would continue the attack by attacking Jay Baker with a steel chair. We saw after the event, after Breaking Point went off to the air, Jay Baker was talking to his brother Jeff in the trainer's room. Jay mentioned how he has a plan, how he plans to get back at The Last Call.
And his opponent, from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Machine, Chris Jackson.
And now we have Chris Jackson making his way down to the ring. At one point, it looked like this man was going to be a top superstar on RCW. But as of late, he has not been able to get back the momentum he had before he was injured by the Red Faction a few months ago. But tonight, it looks like if he could defeat The Last Call, he might be able to gain enough momentum to get himself back in the running for championship opportunities. And of course, Jackson sporting the red, white, and blue here tonight. As this is the 4th of July edition of RCW. And here we go, time to get this match underway. We have The Last Call and Chris Jackson. And Jackson, oh, there's the neck breaker, as well as, well, backbreaker into the neck breaker, excuse me. And now gonna drop a fist, except he missed. Punches the mat. And Last Call gonna take advantage. Has the arm pinned down, delivers the headbutts to the shoulder as well as the stomp to the back. And now Jackson going to try to recover on the apron here. But Last Call picking his spot, but he picked it unwisely as Jackson now with the back body drop. And the kick across the chest as well. Looking to pick up the last call, who counters into his own back body drop. Looking for the uppercut. But Jackson with a tilt-a-whirl slam. But last call with another back body drop. Wait a second. That's the Baker's theme song. And wait a second, that's Jay Baker. Delivers the Impaler DDT. Referee didn't see it. I guess this is what he meant by getting back at the last call. And Jackson now back in control here against the last call. Give the assist to Jay Baker, of course. Has his headlock applied. And gonna let go of it. And now Jackson lifting him up. Wait a second, headlock driver. And gonna go for the pin here. 1, 2. He got the 2, but he's gonna have to do a bit more than that if he wants to get the 3. And wait a second. Oh, last call with a slam. Taking Jackson down. And oh, slamming him face first into the mat. Jackson gonna need to recover on the outside real quick. Back inside the ring now. And wait a second. Another back body drop from Chris Jackson. And Kip's back up to his feet. And now Jackson grounding and pounding the opponent. And now wait a second, Jackson setting him up for the double leg buster. Going for the pin off that move. 1, 2. Got the 2. But last call able to kick out before the 3. And now Jackson setting up once again. He's got him in the knee bar. He's got it locked in. And the last call gonna have to submit. And there it is again, Jay Baker interfering in the matchup, attacking the last call. And that may have been enough for Chris Jackson to get back into the matchup, as last call was not able to build up very much momentum since that point. And of course the double leg buster would set up for this move right here. Chris Jackson's patented knee bar, and forced him to submit.
Here is your winner, the Machine, Chris Jackson, Jay Baker.
Jackson scoring one of his first victories in a while, and you know it's got to feel good for this man. This may be what his career needed for him to get back and start climbing the ranks once again. But anyway, it's now time for our 4th match of the evening. Up next, we have Jack Campbell, and he will be going up against the X Factor Zach Stasiak. Now, we saw on Twitter recently, Zach Stasiak tweeted at Jack Campbell saying it's no big deal to beat Cody Gray. I mean, I've done it pretty easily. Why not challenge yourself by taking on the X Factor this week on RCW? And of course, Jack Campbell would accept that challenge. And that is why we have this matchup here tonight. Jack Campbell, the new European champion, with his brothers in his corner. They will be taking on Zach Stasiak here tonight, a former European champion.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Drew Campbell. And from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 202 pounds, the European champion, Jack Campbell.
Cody Campbell on the far left, Drew Campbell in the middle, and Jack on the far right. These three individuals had a very good night this past Saturday at Breaking Point. Drew and Cody winning the UPWA Tag Team Championships from EMO. And then the match right after that, Jack Campbell would face Cody Gray in a 30-minute Ultimate Submission match, where Campbell would defeat the former champion 6-5. But now Zach Stasiak showing that he wants to stake his claim at the championship, challenging Campbell to a non-title match tonight. And so that is what we are about to witness. Campbell and Zach Stasiak.
And his opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 205 pounds, the X-Factor, Zach Stasiak.
Stasiak would love to defeat Jack Campbell for a lot of reasons tonight. Number one, to beat the new European champion right after he wins it. Before Campbell can even get a single win, imagine if Stasiak can give him his first loss since becoming champion. And on top of that, Zach Stasiak, just like Jason Edwards earlier tonight, would love nothing more than to embarrass an American by defeating him on the 4th of July. And now it's time to get this matchup started. Jack Campbell in one corner and Zach Stasiak in the other. And here we go. Match is underway. Stasiak with the drop kick early on. And a kick right to the chest to keep Campbell down. And now, wait a second. Lion salt from Zach Stasiak. Looking for the pin. But Campbell immediately kicks out, not even giving him half of a single count. But Campbell now going to try to fight back here. There's the uppercut. Looking for a German suplex. And he got him with the bridge. But the rope break. Stasiak's feet were touching that middle rope. And now there's a jawbreaker from Jack Campbell. And going to follow up with a monkey flip. Stasiak sending Campbell across to the ropes there. Gonna drop down, and now, oh, Campbell with the counter actually delivers a clothesline. But Stasiak with the Russian leg sweep to take him back down. Except Campbell now again delivers the jawbreaker and takes out the leg of Zach Stasiak. Stasiak holding that leg. Looks like he may have hurt it, but Campbell working on the arm instead. Has his armbar applied. Could force Stasiak to submit here. Curious to sit. Actually, I think that should be a rope break right there, but the referee is his vision was obscured, unable to see that he had the rope. But there's that axe kick from Zach Stasiak. Forces Campbell to have to try to recover on the apron here. And Stasiak looking to spear him off the apron. Oh! Beautiful kick there from Zach Stasiak, and now, wait a second, Stasiak with the last shot. Going for the pin. 1, 2, no, not even a 2. But wait a second, what's he looking for here? I believe Stasiak may be looking for the Zach out. He's got him up on his shoulders. And yes, there it is. Zach out, center of the ring now, looking for the pin. Outside leg is hooked. But Campbell is going to kick out at the count of 2. But there's an arm drag from Jack, excuse me. Was going to set up for something there, but Zach Stasiak with the counter. Misses the axe kick, however, and Jack Campbell is going to capitalize on that with that flapjack. And now setting up, Stasiak getting up, but he may not like what he sees in position for the rolling lariat. But he's not done there. Jack Campbell is going to try to finish off Zach Stasiak right now with the super kick. Going for the pin here, hook of the leg. But this time it's Stasiak getting the shoulder up. Both these men have hit each other with their finishing moves, and neither man is willing to stay down. And there's an elbow to the inside of the leg there from Jack Campbell. Going to send Stasiak into the corner. And now Campbell. Campbell off the middle, off the top rope. There's that falling punch. And a drop kick right to the head. Great height and elevation. And follows up with that stomp. And Campbell wasting little time. Already looking for that schoolboy. Into the super kick. And going for the pin here. 1, 2. But Stasiak powers out. Campbell in shock right now, but he's got to keep the momentum going. Got to keep the ball rolling. Going to the top rope here. Busting out every finisher and signature that he has. Looking for the frog splash. And going for the pin. 1, 2. And still, Stasiak kicks out. Campbell can't believe it. And now an armbar. Is Zach Stasiak gonna have to submit here? Jack Campbell trying to get the win any way possible. You gotta be wondering if he's getting desperate here. And if he is, Zach Stasiak may be the shark that smells the blood in the water. If he can capitalize on that desperation, capitalize on the frustration, he may be able to win this match. As Campbell now gonna send him over to the ropes again. Stasiak with the counter though. And now there's the drop kick. And now wait a second, Stasiak has the arm and delivers the monkey flip once again. And now gonna go for the pin here. Feet are on the ropes. Referee does not see it, but he's only gonna get a 1 count with that. And now Campbell back on the offensive. Wait a second. Oh, snake eyes to Stasiak. And there's the schoolboy again. And there's the super kick again. And going for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. That is going to do it for Zach Stasiak. Jack Campbell picks up the win here tonight. Wait a second. Stasiak has earned the respect of Campbell, and it looks like the feeling is mutual. God, when do you see Zach Stasiak showing respect? Well, anyway, it's time for our main event now. Up next, we have our fatal 4th of July way match. We have Cody Gray, Tyler Van Diver, Riley Anderson, and Jeff Baker. These 4 superstars are going to go at it in this one-fall contest where the winner will go on to Sandstorm to compete in the Elimination Chamber. So far, the only other participants in the matchup are UPWA champion Xander Storm and XTW's Devin Rust. One of these 4 superstars will join their ranks in a few moments.
Making his way to the ring from Fort Wayne, Indiana, weighing in at 212 pounds, Cody Gray.
Cody Gray is as American as it comes. Grew up in a military family, and every night you see he is either wearing the red or the blue on his camo pants to show his love for this country. But tonight he has traded it in for the woodland camo. Cody Gray, former European champion, just lost the belt at Breaking Point on Saturday night to Jack Campbell in a very close match. Cody Gray did his best to come back throughout it.
From West Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is Mr. Money in the Bank, Tyler Van Diver.
At the end of the day, though, Gray was unable to get the job done. Tyler Van Diver, though, one of the top guys in RCW right now. Van Diver won the Proving Ground tournament and the contract a couple of months ago back at Proving Ground. Defeated Jay Haas. Van Diver defeated Jay Haas as well as Aldo Stone in the second round, final round of that tournament to become the holder of the Proving Ground contract. He can cash that thing in at any time over the next year from Proving Ground to get a championship match for the UPWA Championship or the European Championship.
And from Leeds, England, weighing in at 232 pounds, Riley Anderson.
Riley Anderson, obviously not an American, but he is still going to be competing in this fatal fourth-way matchup. Anderson would love nothing more than to not only win this match and go on to Sandstorm to compete for the UPWA Championship, but also win this matchup on this day as a Brit. The embarrassment for the United States would be something that Riley Anderson would just love.
And from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 244 pounds, Jeff Baker.
Jeff Baker, semi-involved with the rivalry between his brother and The Last Call. His brother Jay back at Breaking Point after it went off the air, told Jeff to just focus on this matchup. Jay will handle The Last Call. But you gotta wonder if The Last Call has any intention to, well, involve Jeff Baker into this rivalry somehow. But anyway, time for this match to get underway. Cody Gray, Tyler Van Diver, Riley Anderson, and Jeff Baker. Fatal fourth-way matchup. The winner of this contest will go on to Sandstorm to compete in the European UPWA Championship Elimination Chamber against the likes of Xander Storm and Devin Rust. As Anderson delivers the bullplex to Gray, and Jeff Baker with a dragon screw to Tyler Van Diver. And remember, this is a one-fall contest. There are no disqualifications under Fatal 4-Way rules. However, the falls must count inside the ring. Van Diver and Jeff Baker, they have currently left the ring. But if one of them wants to score a fall, they are going to have to be inside the ring to do so. As Anderson goes to the top rope now, and looking for a swanton against Cody Gray, does not find anybody in the drop zone. And Gray looking for the pin early on. Van Diver saw that, got right back inside the ring, and now going after Cody Gray to make sure he does not go for another pin. Oh, super kick. And now Golden Keys from Tyler Van Diver looking for the pin. Riley Anderson quick to break it up. Delivers the clothesline as well to Tyler Van Diver. And now Riley Anderson with a signature maneuver. There's the powerbomb looking for the pin. But Van Diver able to kick out. Oh, Cody Gray, the flatliner, takes Anderson down for the moment. But the jawbreaker from Anderson. And now looking for a chokeslam. He's got Gray up, and there it is, chokeslam to Gray. Meanwhile, Tyler Van Diver, preoccupied, doesn't realize there's a pin going on. Lucky for him, Cody Gray was able to kick out. But meanwhile, Van Diver, he's got Baker set up in the Tree of Woe. Van Diver is looking to go coast to coast. Listen, Gray's going to send Anderson over the top rope. And down to the floor. Gray leaving the ring at the worst possible time. Van Diver looking for the pin. Only gets a 1 count. Possibly could have gotten a 2 if the referee were in position fast enough. But regardless, that was not a 3, and this match will go on as Gray now applies the Cody clutch. Anderson able to break up the hold before Gray can get the submission out of Tyler Van Diver. But oh! Anderson takes out Van Diver, and Gray takes out Anderson. But now Anderson back up, and oh, a vicious snap German suplex. And now again, looking for the powerbomb, but Gray, this time, able to get out of it. Manages to counter it, but a double axe handle is still enough to take Gray down. And Van Diver now with the snap German suplex to Riley Anderson. And now Jeff Baker, wind up uppercut. Anderson already back up though, but there's a clothesline from Van Diver. Follows up with a second one. And now off the rebound, gonna deliver a drop kick. Vintage Van Diver on display as Jeff Baker looking for the Impaler DDT. Oh, but a powerbomb, Golden Star Bomb from Van Diver. Wait a second now, Jeff Baker looking for the pin here off of Van Diver's Golden Star Bomb. This could be it. No, Gray was able to kick out. Anderson and Baker fighting in the center. Wait a second, Anderson. Oh! Brass Knucks takes Baker down. And remember, no disqualifications in a match in this, fatal 4th-way matchup. Wait a second, Van Diver with the Golden Star DDT. Gray looking for a pin of his own. Had the bridge. Broke it up though to break up Van Diver's pin that he saw was going on. But wait a second now, Gray. Oh! Van Diver with the counter. You're going to send Gray into the corner. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Van Diver. Van Diver with the Golden Star Destroyer. Went for the pin, but it is immediately broken up by Jeff Baker. And Van Diver now going to make him pay. But Anderson takes Van Diver down. And wait a second now. Anderson is setting up. He's got Van Diver by the throat. Anderson delivers the choke slam and going for the pin. But luckily, Cody Gray is right there and ready to break it up. And now all four men back at, I spoke too soon. Three of these men, Anderson now excluded, in the ring. As Van Diver looks for the the golden keys, excuse me, once again. But that is broken up by Cody Gray and Van Diver. Taken down by an inverted cradle slam. And now Gray, wait a second. Gray with a Cody clutch once again. Riley Anderson breaks it up. And who knows, I believe that would have been the end of the match right there. I don't think Jeff Baker would have been able to get out of the hold. Especially with no rope breaks. But now Van Diver with the cross armbar applied. Oh! Anderson was unable to break it up, but lucky for him, Baker was able to get out of the hold. And now all four men are in the ring. Oh, there's a knee from Cody Gray. Takes Anderson down. And Gray now setting up. He's got Anderson up. For a screwdriver. Baker preoccupied with Tyler Van Diver. I don't even think he realizes there's a pin going on. Now he does. And before even the 2 count, the pin is broken up. But there's a wind-up from Jeff Baker. And now Gray is on top of Anderson. Referee did not count that pin. Curious move there. But Baker with the Impaler DDT. As Tyler Van Diver with the Golden Star Bomb. But wait a second. Wait a second. Baker almost able to swipe it. Forearm from Baker rocks Gray, and a couple of strikes as well. And wait a second. Oh, what a gutbuster from Jeff Baker, showing off his power. Wait a second. Cliffs of Dover from Riley Anderson right there to Tyler Van Diver. Van Diver now out of the match for now, as Cody Gray delivered the leg lariat to Jeff Baker, takes out Anderson, now going for the pin on Jeff Baker. And Baker still kicks out. And wait a second, now Baker with the uppercut. And there's the counter from Cody Gray. And now Gray looking for the screwdriver once again. Gonna go for the pin here. But Van Diver and Anderson. No, wait a second. Cody Gray got it. Cody Gray got the win. Anderson inadvertently blocked the pin. Van Diver was going to break it up. But Anderson got in the way. And Van Diver took out Anderson instead of the pin, giving Gray enough time for it to be counted. And there you have it. Cody Gray picks up the win. Unbelievable match that we just witnessed. But it looks like Gray will be trying his hand once again in the Elimination Chamber. This time for the UPWA Championship. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been RCW number 37, 4th of July edition. Live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This has been Doug the Dog 6, and I'm now signing off.